Hi, this is Kim from Made by Mommy, and today I'm excited to share with you a variation on the Crazy Daisy. This version I'm going to call the Not So Crazy Daisy because based on the addition of the 6-pin extenders and I've modified the design, it's actually not that hard to do. You need 34 loom bands for the internal structure of the flower, and then you'll need at least 12 to go around the outside if you wanted just a single petal in each one of these positions. I've actually used 3 colors in each position for this example. So this one uses 36 bands just for that outer loop. That is 70 loom bands. So to make it exactly like this, you would need 70 loom bands, but you can add or subtract 12 depending on how full you want the outside rim of this flower to be. I love this design and I hope you do too. To make this design, we're only going to be using 5 pegs across. The 6-pin extenders that I've reviewed on my channel make this so much easier, but if you don't have the 6-pin extenders, you can use 2 looms with your blue plates staggered. The first rubber bands I'm going to lay down are the ones that make this circle of yellow. So starting where your arrow is, take a single rubber band and place it diagonal to the side. And then another one on the diagonal. And we're going to create the outer outline of that circle. So then it's 2 straight and then 2 going again on the diagonal to the middle. And this is going to be our starting point when we begin looping. But we now need to build the other side first. And you'll want to slide these all down because a lot of rubber bands are going to end up going on top of them. Next, we're going to choose what color we want the middle of our flower to be. And take one from our initial peg forward. And then to the side, straight on the center, and to the other side. And then we need one that goes from this peg to the center, and then continuing this line from this peg to the center. And we're going to do the same on this side, working towards what will be the center of the flower here. And from here, we want to make the sides of our middle circle. And then we're going to bring our center out to the corners. The order you put these rubber bands on is extremely important. If you don't put them on in the same order I did, then when you're looping later, the flower would pop apart. We need one more down the center here. And then we're ready to complete the bottom of our inner circle. And then one more that goes from here, down one. And now we'll add a couple of cap bands to make sure that the flower is as neat as possible. We're going to put one here in the color of that outer circle, and then one here and here in the color of the inner circles. And you can wrap these and twist them around however many times you're comfortable. I'm wrapping them 3 times, but if your rubber bands aren't as stretchy and you're only comfortable doing it twice, that will work fine as well. Now this is the basic structure of the flower. If you looped here without adding any of the extra petals, you'd have what I used to call the 2-loom snowflake design. But we want to make this a flower, so we're going to add petals on. And these petals are not going to get looped. We're going to put them on top, but then they're just going to remain open like these are. And I'm going to use 3 colors in each position. You can use just 1 if you want, or you could use more than 3. That is up to you. I always like to introduce a color that wasn't a part of the inside of the flower here, if I can. So I'm adding purple in now. 3 bands going on each position. But again, that's your own decision whether or not you want to do that, or if you have a different idea for how the pattern should be. I'll just give you the basic shape and then you guys go crazy making creative color combinations. And yes, if you haven't noticed, I did change the name of my Instagram account. My Instagram account now is Kim Maycraft. No spaces, no dashes, no underscores, just Kim Maycraft. I'm continuing to add 3 at a time in each spot. So now all of my rubber bands are in place except for this one right on top that we'll put in at the end to hold it all together. This first peg, you have the crossover of the 3 going this way, petals, and the 3 going this way. Ignore those top bands and then ignore the cap band that you put on, and you're looking for the 3 bands that are on the very bottom. I'm catching one that is pink, that is the top of my stack, that's going forward to this position. Then I'm coming back here to catch one of my turquoise bands that goes up to this side. And going back again to catch one that goes up to this side. So the key is to try and pretend those top petals don't exist and just find the rubber band all the way at the bottom that was a part of the structure. So I've caught the bands that go from here up to this peg, here to this peg, and then here up these 2. And now from here, I'm looking for that same grouping of 3, 1 to go this way, 1 to go here, and 1 to go there, underneath the cap band. So catching that top one and bringing it to the side, the next one to come to this side, and then 1 more in the middle to go forward. Then coming here, there is 1 that goes from here to the middle of the flower. We'll do that on this side too. From here to the middle of the flower. And now we're gonna complete the middle of the flower before we work on the outer edge. So from this spot, we've got 2. 1 that goes to the center and 1 that goes straight forward. And here, 1 goes to the center and 1 goes straight forward. From the center peg, you want to catch the single band that goes up to this side, single band that goes up to the other side, and then the 1 remaining that goes forward. And then from here, you've got 1 to the side and 1 to the opposite side. And we're going to repeat that here, finding 1 that goes to the side and 1 that goes to the center. And then down the middle, that 1 goes straight up to the top. So we've completed looping the center of our flower, and we're going to come back to the side. To make sure you're in the right spot, you want to look for these triangles. These triangles tell you that you've looped those spots. So we've done from here to here and from here to here, and we need to complete the sides and top. And we can do that straight around. Hold our whole flower together. And repeating on the other side. And then we're ready to bring one more band. Slide your hook into this peg. Catch the band underneath and bring that up. Then you want to put your hook back down into this triangle to catch the other half of the band and bring it up here so that you're not catching those outer petals and smushing them. So now that you have those two bands on your hook, we're going to create a slip knot, sliding this side through the center of that side. Twist and pull through if you're comfortable, or lift this one up and pop it over the other side to create your knot. Now slide your finger into this loop, but don't use this one little knot to pull up this whole charm. That one rubber band would break if you did that. You want to put your hook in and help it pull off all of those bands. And then hold the whole group of rubber bands at the same time to pop the charm off the loom. Taking care never to just pull on one rubber band at a time. And this is how it will come off the loom. And this side where the knot is will end up being your back. Your front will be the other side when you turn it over. And you'll want to play with the petals a little bit, just tugging them out to make your flower as pretty as possible. And the loop that you used to hold them all together is what you would connect to either a chain that you've made out of the Rainbow Loom, or I actually like to put this pendant on a plain silver chain. I hope you enjoyed making these not so crazy daisies with me today. Give this video a big thumbs up below and write in the comments if you have any ideas of what you'd like to see me make next. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I post a new loom band video every Friday, and there's other random fun on my channel on the days in between. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to looming with you again soon. Bye-bye!